So today I am in a city that's close to Nyanga, and I'm at one of the, we can call it a mountain, but within those mountains we're going to see that there are ruins where ancient peoples used to live. Not the Bushman, not the Bantu, but instead the ancient colony of Atlantis before the flood. So about like 5 minutes climbing up this dense bush. We're almost there at the ruins. But for now, here's the view of where we're at, Zimbabwe. Oh, I finally made it to the top of the mountain. Well, not the top per se, but this is where the ruins start to appear. As you can see here, we have a circular ruin, and then also here we have something similar. Wherever they set their settlements, there's going to be gold. And the gold that was used by the people that inhabited these spaces is it's not the type of gold that we process nowadays. This was a lab or a temple or a settlement of monatomic gold. This is what the ancient ancestors used to do. And they used the gold as fuel. They used it for fuel, they used it for health. Monatomic gold can be used for a lot of things. Okay, so the place that I'm in right now holds a lot of significance, mainly because this was the powerhouse of these Atlanteans or the Anunnaki, as the employees or the slaves would crush the gold right here. So I'm not sure if they got the gold over there, but if you're to go into that cave, it's going to be a dead end. As you can see here, these stones were used to crush the gold, separate it from the quartz. Same applies with that one. These ruins have to be older than the Great Zimbabwe. So one thing to keep in mind is that the Great Zimbabwe Flood, as I've mentioned, it's a pre-flood monument whereby the Phoenicians, the Cushites, or the descendants of the Atlanteans would later on go again and build on top of those civilizations. So for example, this place here, like I said, this is a pre-flood monument, a pre-flood place, settlement. This is a place where if the Phoenicians or if these ancients would come back again, they would come and build on top of this place, mainly because why would the Anunnaki or the original ancestors build their factories or their settlements in sacred places like these? Because on this earth we have energy grids at the bottom, just as we have heavenly grids above. We have energy grids at the bottom. Some people call them ley lines. But these energy grids are punctured by those who have the knowledge. You puncture these energy grids with rocks, and then the energy that comes from below, it goes in the rock, and then it emits out of the rock, causing healing energies, or energies that can be transmuted into microwave energy, which was used by the Anunnaki, by the Atlanteans for travel, as they did not have motor vehicles as we do. They used to have vehicles that would literally fly, hover, and just go from point A to B in seconds. This is one of the signs that you can see. This is an ancient ruin. As you can see, this is an entrance, I would say, for the slaves, considering the size. Look at it right here. If we say like the ancients, Anunnaki, or the ancients were large, were giants, this would have been for the employees. The rocks are still intact and everything. This place was ruined by what we call the biblical flood. As you can see, we came from that entrance. But in this entrance, you can see the mountain goes down like this. So the water would come down the mountain, which must have been a harsh type of flood or water that would move the rocks that you see within that space to cave in like that. So as you can see here, this is how clear the water is. I say it's sacred kana kuti inoyera nekuti zvona it's highly mineralized water, which means that it has the capabilities of healing the human body and enhancing health in a person, just like spring water. So there's nothing mystical or magical about the water, it's just that it has more minerals than any type of water. Okay, so we finally made it to what I would say like the most sacred place in this place, because of the energy that you feel and the location of the place, and also the ancient graveyards that you see. So this is where I was telling you that it was raining, but then you could not see the rain, you could not feel it, but you could hear it. This is, I would say, the epicenter of this whole mountain's energy, or uyerwa wacho. And from here you can feel the cool breeze that comes out of this place. There are also rocks at the top